I've just got back from the supermarket and I thought before I put all the groceries away, I'd give you a little tour of my go-to products that I like to buy and keep in the cupboard. And I've pulled out a few that I didn't need to buy, but that I'd like to show you as well. So let's take a quick little tour. So there's plenty of fresh fruit and vegetables, mostly influenced by what was on special and what would go nicely together. I'm planning to cook the carrots, broccoli and asparagus for steamed vegetables and to make a nice salad out of the salad vegetables. But I don't like to buy too many. I like to actually also keep plenty of frozen vegetables, because going out to eat quite a lot can mean that you waste a lot of fresh vegetables if you buy too many at once. So I like to always keep some frozen vegetables to add to vegetable soup and bulk it up. I like to keep some frozen fruit to add to desserts and snacks. And I love the baby peas for a salad. Now also over here, this is probably my favourite bread at the moment. The 9-grain wholemeal bread comes nicely in a 40-gram slice, so not too thick and great for sandwiches. Basmati rice I like to have with curries. That's my favourite rice. I like to keep quite a few canned vegetables on hand, especially for salads. But I do like the legumes in the cans. They're so convenient. In terms of flavourings, I've got the coconut milk, the full fat coconut milk, but also the light coconut milk that I use for vegetable soups. The tahini paste that I like to add to the yogurt for a dressing. Got my elements of my dressing here, the balsamic vinegar and olive oil and Dijon mustard that I like to use for a dressing. In terms of protein foods, I didn't need to buy an awful lot this week, but I always get some eggs because they're so handy and versatile. I'm going to try this kangaroo steak, which I've had before, and use that for a hot meat salad. It's beautifully low in fat and kilojoules, but high in iron, so it's great, nice lean food. Always keep some fish in the freezer because that's a great go-to. In terms of yogurt, my favourite yogurts are the Yoplait Zero for Me yogurt and the Chobani natural yogurt, both no added sugar and low in fat. So they're my two favourites to buy. I do like the Coles creamed cottage cheese, low-fat creamed cottage cheese. It's nice and thick, so I like to blend that up and use that to make the cheesecake cream and dips. I'm a bit keen on the Devondale Light semi-skim milk, low fat but nice and creamy. Always keep some feta to garnish salads with and vegetables. I'm keen on the light butter spread, so that is useful. Goes twice as far as normal butter but has a nice flavour. I'm going to try the Chobani yogurt-based dip as a sandwich spread this week. I think that's got great potential. And I like to keep one of the low-fat mayonnaises handy too. Doesn't taste as good as a real thing, I've got to admit, but it's good when you just need a little bit of extra something on your sandwich, a bit of extra moisture. So that is, oh look, and the tinned fish. I've got some fish there in tuna, the naturally smoked, which is great, handy to put with the blended cottage cheese for a dip. And this is my favourite tinned tuna, is the Sirena. It is in oil, but I drain it well, and I tend to count that as a fat serve as well as a small protein serve. And there's some sardines under there as well. And breakfast cereals. I have quite a range of breakfast cereals because I do like to mix it up. And so I do tend to have a few on the go all the time. I tend to like ones that deliver quite a lot of fibre in a serve, and you get a lot of bang for your buck there. So they're some of the ones that I'm eating at the moment and enjoying. So that gives you a little snapshot of the kinds of products that I keep on hand as my go-tos. Doesn't mean that other brands aren't as good, and and you may well find others that you like as well.